Welcome to my podcast. I am Talita Dielemans and I am a second year student at Erasmus University Rotterdam, enrolled in the program Management of International Social Challenges. This podcast will be about my experiences as an ESSB honors student. My research internship was about family-centered treatment, in which I assisted a PhD student in discovering the effectiveness. Family-centered treatment can be defined as treatment in which youth are referred to out-of-home care when their development has been threatened by adverse family circumstances, disturbing child characteristics, or an interaction of these two problem areas. The main goal with this treatment is to strengthen the attachment between parents and youth and to improve the potential outcomes after the youth returns home. In order to give you a better idea of what I did within my research internship, I decided to interview my internship supervisor, and the following clips will be some of the answers that she provided as to what her research was about and how I assisted her. To start off the interview, my internship supervisor will begin by explaining what her research is about and why she decided to conduct this research.
So I was hired to do like a PhD study, so a very large study to see if it is effective for whom and to what extent to involve parents in residential youth care. It seemed a good idea to my supervisor that I would start with a review, so I would be up to date in the literature, and it would make sense in that trajectory of a PhD, I guess. And she got an email from the some like family involvement work group or family engagement work group, something like that. And they were doing a review and they were looking for students or people to help them. So she said, go and see what they are doing and maybe you can practice already a bit for your own review. And then at the first meeting, I found out that they had the exact same question as I did, the exact same research question. So it was kind of a nice confirmation that I was going the right way because these were all very senior researchers. And then, we just decided to collaborate. I wanted to research mainly how family involvement is carried out, basically, in residential youth care. Because there's just not much consensus about what family-centered treatment actually is. And I noticed already when I was just looking through some literature that everyone also measures it differently. So it made sense to write a review about that. And eventually we did split up in a review because I really wanted to study family outcomes. Because of course you are involving the family. So to me, it would make sense to also think how that affects families. For instance, family stress or family functioning, but also parenting skill. And the work group rather focused on youth behavior and youth outcome. So that's where we eventually did split up. And right now, we have so diverse literature. It's a very not uneasy review. But that's also why it's good. Like we really needed an overview. And so it feels good that it really made sense to write a review, other than it was just a logical step in this PhD.
Okay, thank you. And the next question is, how is it for you to work together with a student?
I like working with students also because my age usually differs less with students than my colleagues. Mm-hmm. So my study period is not that long ago. I graduated 2 years ago from my master's. So I really like kind of to think of what I would have liked when I was a second year bachelor degree student. And I don't know. I guess I'm just happy that there are students like me who like extra work and who like research. So yeah, it's fun to give someone an opportunity to look at my work and to collaborate.
And what type of tasks were expected from me as your intern?
Well, I immediately thought review is a lot of work. So when I saw the email that you could ask for a student, I immediately thought that would be a good idea. And my supervisor said the same thing. Like all the help is very welcome. And then after that, I thought, but you don't speak Dutch. So that kind of is a problem with the rest of my study. But I think we made it work quite well. Very flexible, and well, I'm happy that you are too. I think it would have been difficult if you needed very, very specific tasks and much structure from me, I guess. But I also like that you could, that you were taking initiative in what you would like to do. And I basically just let you do the same things that I did, but just look from it from two perspectives, or two different eyes. I like that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. And what would you say is the most interesting part of the research for you, and why?
I think that the most interesting part is that the results are never really as you expected. I expected there would not be a lot of literature, but it's even less than I expected. I expected that family involvement would make a little bit more sense, I guess, but it's even more diverse, the concept, how people conceptualize it and measure it. It's more difficult than I thought. But it also kind of gives you the feeling that you are doing something important, and it actually adds to science, and has a contribution.
Yeah. Okay, and the final question is, what is being done with the findings of the research?
Basically, right now it looks like it's going to be the main argument for why my empirical studies are so important. Because there are so little studies, but also the quality is just very bad. I think that most researchers just did an intervention, or they implemented a new practice where they would involve families more, and just afterwards they thought, maybe I can write something about this. So you see that it's not very systematic. The measurements are not really sophisticated. We just don't know really if it makes sense to involve families. So I really hope that I can answer this question, and I think that this review really shows how important my study is.
Yeah, definitely agree. Okay, well, those were all the questions that I had. Is there anything else that you want to say or add or mention?
I don't know. I guess just thank you. I'm kind of bummed that we never got to meet in person.
Yes.
But when campus opens up again, you should definitely just come by my room to say hi.
Yeah, for sure. So sad. A whole year of work and we've never even met. Crazy.
But you were a lot of help. I cannot say differently. I thought I was happy that I thought you were doing very well, of course. But then later I also got to work with students who are more, who are further in their bachelor or master degree. And then I appreciated you even more. Maybe what you're doing is not completely normal for a second year bachelor student.
Thank you. And also thank you for giving me the opportunity. I was very stressed in the beginning to find an internship.
It just is, I couldn't offer you very diverse tasks because of the language, but I think we made it work quite well.
Yeah, it was still a good introduction to research, so Thank you for listening to my podcast. I hope that you found it informative, and I hope that this helps you when you're in your process of choosing an internship. And I hope that this kind of gives you an idea of what exactly the honors program consists of. Thank you.